Well, hello there. I have a haul. I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. These are all the items that I purchased throughout January of 2026. Let's check it out. The first group of items I have are items that are in the box that I just showed you. I wanted to show these items on camera so you can get a better look at what I have. And once I am done showing you all of those items, then I will transition over into the top-down version of this video so you can see the other items that I have, which I think are better viewed in the top-down version. So here we go. First, pencil sharpener is what I purchased. This is an electric pencil sharpener or automatic pencil sharpener. And I purchased this because I have one that is electric, but I do not like it. And the reason I don't like it is because the lead does not get sharp to a sharp point. It's a long point automatic pencil sharpener that I do not like. I think it's good, but I like my points sharp. You hear me? I like them sharp. And so I got this pencil sharpener right here. Let me tell you a little bit about it, and then I'm going to demonstrate to you how it works. It says on the box here that it has a thick and thin hole sharpener, automatic core emptying, time delay light pen, adjustable nib, fully automatic pen feed, breathing light display. Okay, one of the things that got me when I first used this, I guess I should have read the manual, but I put my pencil inside. And I'll show you the pencil sharpener in just a second. I dropped my pencil in and I was holding on to it, and I felt like it wouldn't let me push it down. It's like we were playing tug of war or something. I was like, oh my goodness, this pencil sharpener is eating up my pencil. I tried to snatch it out. Well, here's the deal. This pencil sharpener is an automatic feed. So check out how it works. Isn't it a beauty? It is purple jar link automatic pencil sharpener. And these are the different settings. This is the smaller point, and then you have a medium point, I think, and then you have more of a blunt point. I am going to show you how this pencil sharpener works. I have a pencil. I'm going to stick it in here, and I am going to sharpen on this end first. And this is how it looks inside. I hope you can see that right in there. And oh, to empty it, you see the shavings? You'll know when you have to empty it because it'll rise up here. This is clear here. Here's the pencil sharpener. Let me move back. And I'm going to drop it in here. Hands free. And then it pushes it back up. And now here we have a sharp pencil. And I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, that's the smaller dot here. Pretty sharp, isn't it? I think it's pretty sharp. I've been using that setting most of the time that I've been using the pencil sharpener, which hasn't been that long. The next setting is the middle setting here. I'm going to push it to the middle, click it there. Drop my pencil in here. Hands free. It's ready. Let's see how it looks. This one is sharp, but it's more blunt. It's not as sharp as the first setting, but it's still sharp. Next, I'm going to sharpen the pencil on this setting, which is the bigger circle, which tells you that this is the blunt sharpener side of the pencil sharpener. Have my pencil, I'm going to drop it in here. Take it out. Let's check it out. Ooh, this is really blunt. And you see how blunt that is? I keep it on the first one, which gives me the sharp point. Here is the sharp point, the one that I use most of the time. And then the middle point. This is sharp, but it's kind of blunt too. It's kind of in the middle. And then here is the blunt one, which is the blue. I love this one. It's pointy and it's sharp. My pencil sharpener, I love it, love it, love it. I am so glad I purchased it. I looked around for a while before I decided to buy a pencil sharpener. You have to charge this here, and there's a charger, little cord that comes with it. And since I've been using it, I haven't had to charge it but one time. And the charge has been lasting quite some time. I'm just excited that I found a pencil sharpener like this. But I cannot believe that I thought that this pencil sharpener was eating up my pencil because it wouldn't let me pull my pencil out. But I didn't realize that it was automatically feeding it in and pushing it out. Moving on to the next item that I have. Again, I purchased this with my own money from Amazon, and I think this goes for $30, but to me it is so worth it because I'm getting exactly what I want in a pencil sharpener. The next item I have is a pencil case. I bought this to store my gel pens in. I can't remember how many slots are in here and how much it holds, but I will put it on the screen to let you know. Plus, I do link to everything that I share in the video if I purchased it from Amazon. So this is my little gel pen case, and I think it is so cute. I think it costs about $20-something. The next item that I purchased is one that I had been looking at for a while, and it kept saying, Evelyn, buy me, because it was just so cute. I did not open it because I wanted to show you how beautifully it came packaged. I got this from Amazon, by the way. It's a large envelope, and she has the stickers on the back. On the front, it says, Miss Adola, be unique, be joyful, and be Miss Adola, okay? And on the back, she put some stickers on here that says, thank you, have a nice day. I've been waiting and waiting and waiting to open this. Now I can open it because it's so pretty. Oh my goodness, here we go. So let me show you this beautiful tote bag. Oh my goodness, it's bigger than what I thought. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that the cutest thing? The black cat in the flowers, sunflowers, which are some of my favorite flowers. Oh, I just love this. And it is on the front and the back. This is a pretty big tote bag. I didn't realize it was this big. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I just love the design. And also with this comes the pouch, which is equally as pretty. So let's check this out. Look at that. Oh my goodness, this is adorable. I am not disappointed. I got this because I like to carry my books and stuff with me, not just coloring books. I read too, so I like to just throw my little stuff in my bag. And then if I have some little things like pencils and pens or whatever, I can stick them in here. This is so adorable. Look at that design. Oh my goodness. I purchased both of these in a set from Amazon. It was $16.99. The other items that I have all come from Walmart. I have these 2 composition books by Pen and Gear. This is graph paper. I've purchased these before and I probably still have them, but I've used them and I wanted some clean paper. What I noticed with this paper, Pen and Gear, this graph paper is heavyweight. It writes so good. When I was writing on it, the paper is just so smooth. I got this because I am working through some of Johanna Basford's books, the Inky World, How to Draw, and also I'll be doing 30 Days of Creativity. She suggested you have some graph paper, so I snatched me some up. This is the brand Pen and Gear. It did not cost much at all. The next item I have is some paper. I have some mixed media paper. It says Be Inspired. I purchased it from Walmart and I think that it cost maybe $10 or $11. Don't quote me on that. I have 60 sheets and this is 120 pounds, 200 GSM. I didn't realize this until I was getting ready to make this video. There is a chart inside of here with the different types of paper. And the mixed media paper, which is here, you can use graphite, color pencil, charcoal, pastel, pen and ink, marker, watercolor, gouache, and acrylic on this paper. I purchased this paper mainly because I want to print off some digital books, or coloring books, as well as some PDF files so that I can color them on my own papers. Last item that I purchased from Walmart is this. This is a good old clipboard. I think it costs like $2. The last item I have is this. This is a freebie that I got when I ordered from KingArt, and I will show you what I got from KingArt when I transition to the top down. I got a canvas. here, and I have some acrylic paint. This is yellow and this is violet. A paintbrush. That's a pretty good gift. A freebie from KingArt. Now, I am about to transition into the top down where I will show you color pencils and other stuff as well as coloring books. No flip throughs. I'll just show you brief flips of the coloring books. All right, I am over to the top down for your viewing pleasure. I purchased this grayscale and value finder from Amazon. I've been doing a lot of tutorials and looking at stuff, and so it was recommended that I get one of these. I already have a color wheel, so I got this. And the person who recommended this, I think Miss Lori, the Star Joy lady, she actually showed in the video how to use this. So it was very helpful to me. The grayscale and value finder. You may want to find, well, what's the value of this color that I'm using? And you can do that by using this scale here. The next item that I have to show you is a white colored pencil. It is a Holbein artist colored pencil, and it came highly recommended from the same lady that I just mentioned. So I decided to get the Holbein pencil to see what it's all about. It is a white pencil. I have not sharpened it. I think it costs a lot of money, but not as much as a set of some Holbein pencils, so I'm okay with that. I just got the pencil. I think it was like $7 and some change. I can't wait to see how this pencil works in my coloring pages. The next item that I have to show you are mechanical pencils. I purchased these from Walmart. I already have a very, very good mechanical pencil, but I decided to get another one. Well, a set, because I only have one mechanical pencil that I really, really love. And so sometimes you want to use something else so that pencil does not get destroyed. This is 0.5 millimeters, perfect for standardized tests. Also, you have a precise, sharp, and clean lines. It has 10 mechanical pencils in here. This is by Bic. The next item that I have is CraZArt colored pencils. Someone in my comment section mentioned that the colored pencils from CraZArt are pretty good. I decided to get 12. I almost purchased 36 pencils because 36 pencils only cost $4 and some change. I decided to get 12 pencils just to test the waters. These 12 pencils cost $1 and some change. I can't remember the exact change, but it was $1 plus. I thought that was pretty good. I have not tested them out. Well, let me stop lying. I did swatch one little pencil to see how it was on the paper, and it felt really smooth. This is the pencil here. They do have the color on here, but it may be hard for you to see it because of my lighting and the glare off of the gold lettering. But this is light lime, CraZArt on the side here. I think $1 was pretty good, $1 and some change. I hope they do not disappoint. I ordered a bundle of KingArt gel pens. I first purchased 30 glitter gel pens from Walmart, and I like those. And I shared that in one of my hauls. A sweet colorist, Miss Regina, she told me that she really loves these pens. And so after I got the go-ahead from Regina, I went ahead and I took the plunge and I purchased these. But here's how I ended up with the bundle. I went to Amazon to check on the pens. I saw that there was a lot of different little packs. And I'm thinking, why can't I just get them all in one bundle? Why have to buy individual packs? That's neither here nor there. I was then clicking off the site to KingArt's. Went to KingArt's site, saw how much the bundle was, and I wanted to get them, but they were out of stock. And I said, oh man, I'm just sharing with you just a bit of story, and then I'll get into the pens. I went back and I think I was talking to Regina, and I told her, I said, those pens are out of stock. And so I went back maybe a week later and they were back in stock. And so I ended up buying these. This whole 24 bundle, each set is has 24 in it. The whole bundle was $84. I don't think that is bad at all, considering that I spent $75 on 74 Jelly Roll pens. These work very well. I'm going to show you something I did that really impressed me. Back to the pens. I got them for $84 plus shipping and handling and tax. It was a little over $100. That's a lot in there. Still, I have 120 pens. I'll be storing these pens in the pencil case that I showed you at the beginning of the video. The first little set here is the Earth Tone gel pens. Earth Tone features neutrals, greens, reds, and browns, perfect for landscapes, animals, and skin tones. Comfort grip with smooth rollerball nib, extra large ink cartridge, and the tip sizes range from 0.8 to 1.0 millimeters. And I didn't know they came in their own little package. Snap. I really do want to keep this in this original packing, but I don't think so that I'll do that, because I think that having all of these different packages of gel pens, they're going to take up too much space. I'd rather have them all in one case together. Let me show you a pen right quick. They do not have the colors on here, but I did find the names of some of the colors on the website. This is the pen here. This is, I guess, a brown, of course. And then we have the nib here, which looks like it's probably 0.8. Doesn't look that big. One of the pens in the Earth Tones, 24 set. They do not have the colors on the back. And as I stated, I found the names of the colors on the website, as many as I could. Now, as I show you these sets, I won't be opening them. I'll just show you what set is in the bundle. I do plan to do a standalone video of the KingArt gel pens, so be on the lookout for that. The next set that I have is Green Surge gel pens, 24, featuring metallic, regular, glitter, and glitter neon, perfect for landscapes. And it has 0.6 to 1.0 millimeters. That's the size of the nib. These are they. The next set that I have in the bundle is the Pink and Purple Tone gel pens, 24. Glitter, pastel, neon, and glitter neon colors. Tip size is 0.8 to 1.0 millimeters. I realize that there are some repeats in all of these bundles, but I'm going to keep my bundles together. The next set in the bundle is Pastel Tone gel pens. Pastels and neon colors. Tip size is 0.8 millimeters. And these are the Pastel Tone gel pens. And the last set in the bundle is Yellow Red Tone gel pens, 24 set. Glitter, pastel, neon, and glitter neon colors. And the tip size is 0.6 to 1.0 millimeters. And that is it. I showed you the freebie that they sent me with my order. I was quite shocked to have a full set of paint like that. 2 bottles of paint. Let me show you something that I colored with some greens. Well, some greens and browns in here in the earth tone. I used green to color these leaves in this little miniature book. I usually use this book to test things out. And I don't think you can see the shine, but there is a sheen on all of these leaves. And I think it's the metallic. I was blown away by how they worked. Let me bump the light up so you can see this, because I can't see it. Here is the green. And you can see that there is some speckles here. You can't see it all that well, but it's there. I used gold here, that's metallic. I put brown here, metallic. You really can't, there we go. There's a little glitter, little speck. But these are metallic pens right here. These really impressed me. This right here is pencil. I was testing something else out right there. But look at that. But what really took the cake, look at this mushroom. When you move it, it has like a little, just a hint of a sheen or glitter in there. And this is not a glitter pen. I think this is metallic. And I just love the way this looks. Now, I don't know how well you can see this on camera, but it has like these tiny, tiny little silver specks. And I think I am in love with what I have tried. These colors all come from the earth tone set. Now, let me move on to the other stuff I have because I could go on and on about these pens. Up next, I have some color pencil sets that most of these sets I am revisiting except for one set. This is the Star Joy 120 new edition pencil set. I purchased the Star Joy pencils last year. They came in the tin, but I actually gifted them to someone because at the time when I used them on a page, I was very disappointed in how they work. But I know now that the pencils are not wax-based pencils, they are oil-based pencils. I just didn't know how to use them, but now I know how to use these pencils. But anyway, I purchased these because I saw them on Amazon in the pencil case, and they are for a good price, $23 and some change. Let me show you the inside here. I'm glad I revisited these pencils because I have used them in some of my colorings, just testing them out. They work pretty good. I like them. So these are the pencils, 120 inside of its own pencil case. How cool is that for only $23? This is the Color Pencil Gold Edition colored pencils. Now, it'll say on Amazon that this is the new edition. It doesn't say on here that it is the gold edition, but it is the gold edition. This comes inside of the pencil case here. I've already swatched them out here, and I finally appreciate how the system works. I know how it works because I've watched almost every one of the Star Joy videos so that I can understand how to use these. And also in this little pamphlet here on the back, they tell you about the pencils in more detail and how they are set up. And I'm not gonna go through that because I think I do have a video where I did swatch the pencils. But I think this is a really cool, really neat because the pencils are all in a case that I only had to pay $23 for. I thought it was a pretty good deal. So I am revisiting the Star Joy pencils. I do like them. I'm going to show you something that I did with these pencils. Here's what I want to show you. I was practicing on this little page here with the Star Joy's pencils, specifically on the flowers. And what I was learning about the pencils is how to get a smooth laydown. Look how smooth a laydown that I got. But these are oil-based pencils, which means that you have to use more than just one layer. And what I was doing, I was following Lori's tutorial about putting a very light layer and holding the pencil farther away from the tip. Okay, you're mostly at the back of the pencil or toward the opening where the core is. In this case, these pencils don't have an opening at the core, you know, at the end of the pencil, not the point, but the other end. I just kept doing it and they came out so good. And this is not me applying any fixative or anything. I'm just doing my layers. And so I came over here and I did these flowers. And as you can see, this is probably maybe 2 layers here. No, this is 1 layer here for the red petals. And then I came here and I did the 1 layer and then I came back over and put a 2nd layer. But to get a smooth lay down, you have to go soft. And then especially if you have an oil-based pencil. So I'm learning. So this is one of the little exercises that I did just specifically on these flowers mainly. This is not pencil, this is something else. But I was impressed with how they felt and how they worked. Just me following Lori's tutorial helped me. And there's also something else I colored with the Star Joy pencil. And I was pretty much following what Lori was saying do as far as how to use the pencils. I got great results, even down here. Now I messed up a bit with the darker pencil here, but overall I think the pencils work very well. I am so glad that I purchased the Star Joy pencils. I'm glad I gave these pencils another chance. And for $23, hey, I ain't mad at you. The next set of color pencils that I have are from CraZArt. When I first got into coloring, I had a lot of CraZArt products. I actually do like the pencils, but I like the premium soft touch colored pencils. I have a set of 72. I really should have gotten 120, but I can work with 72 and use these until I'm ready for 120. But this is how everything looks. When you open your pencils, there are a lot of little booklets in here, colored pencil tutorial, easy to follow. I might try this. I really might try their tutorials. And also in here, there is information about color and product guide, everything that they sell. Like here, you see the CraZArt gold pencils. Those are oil-based pencils. The soft touch color pencils, they are wax-based, and so forth and so on. And they show you all of the products that they have. And then here is what they did here. They have a key, and pencils, they show you the colors. They have this little key here which tells you which set it's from. And I have not ever looked at this, so that's new to me. There is a colored pencil guide in here. It gives you more information on how to use your colored pencils, which I think is very good to have as a reference. They have the color wheel sharing color theory in here, explaining that. So this is a good little book to have. It comes in handy. So here we go. We have this little paper to, I guess it's over the pencils. I have, of course, opened this and reshuffled things. You also get a pencil tester sheet in here. I've already swatched my 72 set, and this is how it looks here. And I've already used these pencils, and I'll show you what I have used these pencils on. Here is something I colored with the CraZArt pencils. And I was actually trying to just work on some things that I was learning. And I think that I did a pretty good job on this using the pencils. Well, right in here, I kind of messed up with the darker, the red color here with the yellow. But overall, I think that the pencils worked very well. And here are the beautiful pencils. You have one tray, another tray here. And what I like about this is that they have the elastic bands on it so you can lift it up out of the tin and the other set, 24 set there. And even inside of the tin, they have the names of the colors and a little bit of a little swatch. Well, it's not going to actually be exact. These are the soft touch. I always like these. I'm glad that I revisited them. Let me show you a pencil right quick. This is how the soft touch looks. It has soft touch on the end here, and that pretty much indicates the color as well. It has the name of the color on the pencil, Chinese orange, CraZArt. The next set that I have is also from CraZArt. I have 72 set of the Harmonious Collection colored pencils. I remember when this collection came out and I wanted to purchase it so bad. I don't know why I didn't get it. Let's take a look inside at these pencils. Now, I have not swatched these, which means that I am going to do a video about these pencils. I will swatch so you can see the colors up close and personal. We have all the same little stuff in here like we got in the other set of pencils that I just showed you. You have Queen of Harmony. There is something you can color here or draw, but to my knowledge, you can actually go and download this illustration and then work on using the pencils to color it. I might do that because I did not realize that they had something like this until I opened this brochure up before I started filming the video. Here are the colors here. You have your pencil collection of the Harmonious collection, and it has all of the colors here, and they're swatched out. Now these are muted colors, meaning that you have a color that is mixed with gray to tone it down. We have the Harmonious pencils brochure here, taking your art to the next level, and it's basically the same information that you saw in the other brochure. But here are the pencils, and they have another swatch and names of the pencils here. But it's mainly the same stuff, but they actually are showing the colors. They have information in here to help you understand how to use your pencils. Here is how the pencils look. They look different from the soft touch. This color is corpus, I guess that's how you say it. And here's the number of the color, coordinated color and number. Now these pencils actually look like the pastel tint. We have this first row, 24. They look more neutral, I would say. We have this one. They are some pretty colors. And then we have this row of pencils here. I am going to do a video on these pencils this month, so stay tuned for that. I can't wait to do it because I want to see how these pencils work. If you have used the Harmonious set, let me know in the comment section and let me know your thoughts about this set. The last set that I have is the CraZArt pastel tint pencil. Now I have owned these before in the past, and again, like I said, I had a lot of CraZArt pencils and I just donated them, gifted them. I had purchased these in the pencil case. This time I decided to just get them in the tin. Here they are, pastel colors. You know, pastels are made when you add white to a color. This is the pencil tester sheet. I have not done that yet, but I will. And we have all of the little goodies and info inside of the tin, which is very helpful. See here, they have the pastel tint range of colors here. What I like about the little guide that they have inside of the tin or in their pencils is that they make it to fit whatever the pencils are, and it's still kind of like have the same type of information, but it is specific to the set that you have. I am going to show you the pencils now. They still have the little elastic that you can use to pull the tray out. I appreciate a lot. First tray here, second tray, and I think that's it because it's 48. Yep, it's 48, 24, and 24. Let me show you one of the pencils and we'll be moving on to the coloring book. We know that pastels are made with just adding white to a color, right? So this has the pastel tint on the cap end, CraZArt. It has the name of the color, sunflower, and then the number. And notice that it has PT right there, which is pastel tints. With the Harmonious, it had HA on the end. These pencils, the pastel tints and the Harmonious pencil set, they both look the same. I can't wait to use these because I really like pastels and I kind of want to see how they'll work mixed with the Harmonious pencils as well. Like doing a page with both of those together would be very, very pretty. And that is it for the pencils. Again, in the tin, I forgot to mention they do have the colors inside of the tin and they're swatched and they tell you more about the pencils and all that. Moving on to the coloring books. Now to something that we all adore, and that is the coloring books. The first coloring book that I have to show you is A Million Hugs and Kisses by Lulu Mayo. I purchased this book because of Faith Elizabeth. We are doing a buddy color in here. I'm glad I purchased this book because, girl, Faith, this is a pretty book. It's adorable. I am not going to flip through the book too much in this video because I plan to do a flip through. Isn't that adorable? So cute. I plan to do a flip through as well as a video coloring in this book. So stay tuned for that. I'll be doing that flip through coming soon. Oh, and I purchased this book from Amazon.com. I purchased Johanna Basford's 30 Days of Creativity from Amazon, inspired by Taku's Coloring Corner. I actually thought I already had this book. When I started looking for it, I came across something else, which is the How to Draw Inky Wonderlands. I've already started in that book, so eventually I'll get started with doing this. I don't know when, but I will do this book this year. So let's take a look in here right quick. I just want to show you one little thing in here. Well, two things. First of all, Johanna includes a habit tracker so you can keep up with how often you're being creative in this book. And also, I saw Taku, she did this page and she drew her little flowers and everything on here that goes on this, what looks like a little mandala, but it's a floral mandala or mandala. And she did a great job. It looks very nice. That is 30 Days of Creativity by Johanna Basford. I purchased this book from Five Below. This was originally not my book. My daughter actually was in the store with me on this particular day. And she said, "Oh, so cute." I said, "What are you talking about? What's so cute?" And she started pointing to this book. I said, "Do you want this coloring book?" She said, "Yeah." So I get it home and we're in school and I said, "Which coloring book do you want to color in? You want to color in this one or that one?" She didn't pick this one. I said, "You don't like this?" She said, "No, I want to color in my other book." I said, "Oh man, so this now is my coloring book." The way I'm going to use this coloring book is to just color when I am wanting to scroll on stuff, you know, scroll on the phone, or in the morning time when I am maybe drinking some coffee or tea, I can color in this. So this book, I've already opened the book and I'm talking. Let me go back to the cover. The name of this book is Grow Through What You Go Through. And it says A Mindful Coloring Book by Shauna Attendorn. Yeah, by Miss Shauna. Anyway, I have been playing around on this paper here, and I was testing out the CraZArt crayons and the Crayola crayons on the letters and stuff. And I've come to the conclusion that Crayola is king over CraZArt when it comes to crayons. But yeah, this is a cute little book that you can color these pages fairly quickly. They are positive affirmations. Grow through what you go through. There is a purpose in the journey. Grow through it. I actually love coloring letters because I like to try to be creative and to also come up with different color schemes. And so I really do like this book, and it will be my little book that I just pretty much pop open when I want to color, but I don't want to have to think about what I'm doing. I will just grab some stuff and start coloring just for the fun and the relaxation of it. And that's what I do anyway, but this is one of those books I don't have to worry about trying to get the colors right and trying to make it look good. And plus, I think I'll use this as a tester book for other little mediums that I have. This was a find at Five Below. I think it only cost $5, of course. All right, so that is it for Grow Through What You Go Through by Shauna. I purchased A Year of Fairy Tales and Fantasy by Deborah Muller. This is my very first Deborah Muller book. I also purchased the digital version, the PDF version of this coloring book as well, so I can use my own paper and use other types of medium. I cannot wait to do that because these are some cute little illustrations. Now, I'm not going to flip through this book too much because this is one of the books that I plan to do a flip through of, thanks to Jody Moments. Hear ye, hear ye. But yeah, nice little pictures. I purchased this book also to fulfill one of my goals, and that goal is to become more active in the coloring community. So there is a coloring group on Facebook, and that's why I got back on Facebook to join that group. I have some stuff marked, and you've probably already seen this in another video, but I have the pages marked. I'm behind. I'm trying to catch up. But I have started coloring this page. I'm not finished with her, of course. She needs some little makeup on. She needs some little highlights in her hair right there. This has to be Dorothy and Toto. Follow the yellow brick road. Of course, my bricks are not going to be yellow. They're going to be gold, but they're not going to be yellow per se. This is a cute little book with all the little fairy tales and fantasy stuff in here. I'm not going to flip through this too much because, as I stated, I am going to flip through this in a future video. This is the title page here, okay? Or the cover page, I'm sorry, the cover page. And this was colored by Miss Ann Hatfield, one of our own colorists in the YouTube coloring community. She did a beautiful job on here. Yeah. So I will be working in this book all throughout the year. A Year of Fairy Tales and Fantasy by Deborah Muller. I had to raise this camera up so high because this is a pretty big book. This is Leela Dooley's Walk in the Woods, an intricate coloring book. I was inspired to purchase one of Leela Dooley's books by Chi. She had the one that I think it's the yellow cover, and I can't remember the name of it. I will put it up on the screen, and I will also link to Chi, and you can check him out. I really like this book. I'm glad I purchased it. It's a big book now. What I also like about the book is that she has, of course, good paper. Okay, good paper. But she also has quotes from writers in here, which I like a lot. One of the things that pushed me to purchase this book was a page that I saw colored on Amazon, and it was this page. And whoever colored that page, they did a beautiful job. And so I decided right then when I said, yes, this is the book I'm going to get. But at that time, I just bookmarked it and went on about my business because I really wasn't sure which book I wanted to purchase. Also with this book, of course, it's intricate. I'm not someone who avoids intricate things. I like coloring stuff like that. Also in this book, she has the names of the species when it comes to the plants as well as the animals. So if I want to look up like how do I color this thing? Well, she already has the genus and species listed here. And also she has that for the animals, because we have a squirrel and a bird. She actually has the scientific names for them. If I want to be exact, I can go and look these up so that I can color them the colors that they're supposed to be. And then also what I like is that she includes about the writers. The quotes that she uses in her books, she puts the writers back here and she gives a blurb about them as well, which I think is very nice. Leela Dooley's Walk in the Woods, an intricate coloring book. I purchased the Mythographic Artist Archive. And do you know, I had no intentions of purchasing this book at all, because after I saw a flip through from someone else, I decided, no, it's a no-go, dog. I'm not getting it. But it wasn't until I saw Coloring View do her flip through of this book, and she talked about the pages. She showed you the pages, and I was like, wow, okay, I think I like this. And it's a lot of Joseph Catambangs in here. While I was watching her flip through, I jumped on Walmart and I placed my order. And here it is. I will be doing a flip through of this book. I will not be flipping through it in this video, so stay tuned for that. But this is the hardcover book with a collection of art from these three illustrators: Fabiana Astanasio, Joseph Catambang, and Alessandra Fusi. The paper is stellar, very nice. Oh yeah, oh yeah, okay, oh yeah. So I ended up getting this book, and I'm glad I got it, because when I did get it, I looked through it, I said, yeah, I made the right decision to purchase the book. And thank you so much, Coloring View, for doing a flip through and comparing it to the other one, the Artist Vault, because I have that one too. I will be doing a full flip through on this coloring book this month, so stay tuned for that. And the last coloring book that I have to show you is a book that was gifted to me by another fabulous colorist. I was searching for this book in Five Below, and I could not find it. And she was kind enough to buy it and send it to me. So thank you, thank you, thank you so much for this coloring book. You know who you are, but if y'all want to know who the person is, it's the person I just mentioned before with the Mythographic Artist coloring book. She sent this to me. I really do like Mel Pomini's work. I was able to get my hands on this book. I am so happy finally. When it first came out, do you know that I ordered this on iMusic? And I don't know what happened, But what they ended up doing was saying, hey, we have to cancel your order. We can't send it. And they refunded my money. I was like, it's like somebody did not want me to get my hands on this book. But finally, I got my hands on the book. Now, I'm going to be honest. This paper is just okay. It's just okay. So thank you for this book. You went out and got it for me. And I thank you. And guess what, y'all? That is it. I was so happy. I didn't even tell you the name of the book or whatever. Look, it's Dream Voyage, a fantasy coloring journey, and it's by Mel Pomini. And yeah, so I was so happy I didn't even tell you the name of the book. We have come to the end of this video. If you have made it here, right here, I thank you for rocking with me to the end of the video. Thank you so much. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them in the comment section below. Until next time, keep calm and keep coloring.